Welcome back to the Reality Guys. I'm your host, Billy Blinks, joined as always by my co-host, Brian.
All right, buddy.
Back to talk Love is Blind Germany. This is week 2, episodes 5, 6, 7, and 8. Make sure you like and subscribe to your TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all of your Love is Blind Germany coverage, all of your Love is Blind franchise coverage, all the versions, we have them covered. If you're in the competition reality, 2 different series of the traders going on right now, everything and anything in between. But Brian, phew, now look, hands up, everybody. We live in the United States. I know. Thank you to a lot of our German audience for kind of correcting maybe a misconception I had after week 1. I thought these were all pretty solid people overall. I thought that like they didn't seem like they were influencers. It didn't seem like they were going for the fame. But I guess it's just me being stupid and thinking, playing, like comparing them to American influencers who just smack you in the face with
Yeah,
everything, right?
you're right. You're
And
right.
thank God, because you guys were right. The commenters that said that like these people have no intention of getting married, and for 90% of them, and that is like not what German people do, apparently. You were right, because there were a bunch of breakups, and a lot of these ones that haven't broken up yet are definitely not making it.
Yeah, I agree, man. Because like after reading all those comments and answering a lot of them, like watching it through that lens,
Yep.
I could totally see like what they're saying and how like it almost seems like they like Sally and Medina come back, but you think they're good, and then you're watching it and they just kind of seem like everything that could pop up to like I don't know if I want to do this anymore. Like any excuse they could like take it into make a mountain out of a molehill, and it's just not going to go
I
anywhere. And it's just
Yeah, it's not that we wouldn't have watched this and been like, oh crap, no, we were wrong. But like you said, to get that kind of pre-confirmation was nice. It's usually
yeah.
now we'd be saying it on this review and people would then be telling us that. So it's nice for to be like, yeah,
Hmm.
we had a little bit of a heads up there. And that starts right off the top of this episode, right when you get to the first quick little mixer at the beginning. Tolga's there, Sheila's not. He out. And she was like, I'm getting feelings for you. And he's like, I'm
Hmm.
not. Bye.
It's weird that he stuck around.
He
Made him
too,
look
because he
worse
wanted
to
to hang
me.
out.
Made
He
him look
stayed a
worse to me.
full night.
Yeah.
He was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I'm gonna stay and have a last day, and then I'm gonna leave tomorrow." And they're like, "Yeah, we're all leaving tomorrow." He's like, "Oh, well, great. We'll be on the same flight."
He's a weirdo.
Um, he says that he misses Hannah though, and that will come into play.
Yeah.
Will come into play. Poor girl. Elias and Hani continue to flirt too much. Hani says that she's testing to see if Daniel's a jealous guy. I don't even think that would be a jealous guy move. You're just being pretty disrespectful to the guy. I don't think it's about jealousy.
Yeah, I agree with that. And then like when she kind of goes like a double agent here when she talks to Alicia, like, oh, I will see what he if he bites. And it's like this is getting stupid now. But
Yeah,
like
Dina, like, yeah.
when that went nowhere,
Lena,
that
yeah.
really took out a lot of the drama of the season, honestly.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously off the top, it seems like he's way more into her than she's
Yeah.
into him. We do get that confirmation later on where she's like, "You should stop pursuing me." And
Right.
honestly, like I hate saying this because I don't want to like victim shame, but like, what is up with Alina? Why didn't Alina put her damn foot down during these episodes? Like she
Hmm.
just, I'm
Yeah,
not gonna.
she rolled over like a dog, and it really
Yeah,
showed in that dinner with the family when she's like, "Oh, everything is great." Like,
he even looked at her weird.
yeah, yeah.
She's a great girl. I don't think that he's the guy for her though.
No, he's
Frankly,
he's strange.
I don't think he's the right dude. If someone's like he's also being pretty truthful about it too, about
Yeah,
having
he's not. Yeah.
feelings and that
Hmm.
he's going to keep talking to this other girl to just see. And it's like, what are you? I'm just on hold.
Right.
You
Yeah,
decide to make it
super
to the
weird.
wedding, then we're getting married. Like that's weird.
No chance, dude. No chance.
She even hooked up with him. I saw when that scene came up and they're like the cuddling in bed, and I was like, oh god. I was like, this loser. Another thumb. We got a lot of thumbs
Oh
on
yeah.
this current reality track of shows we have right now. And yeah, no.
Just shows how like a lot of dudes are just not good looking in any form.
Let's see. Daniel's not perfect. She teases him, Hani, a little bit here and there, and
Yeah.
he does overreact, but I think it all just stems from the fact that like she's entertaining some other dude. When he's not even feeling really threatened by the other dude, he's just annoyed that she's even like entertaining
Yeah.
him at all.
And it's not even it's a lot. It's way more than even just like a one-off thing would be.
Yeah, multiple instances. Um, One of my favorite things, Brian, this episode was Marcel. The fact that he has 2 female roommates. It's a German Three's Company.
Hmm. Hmm. He's
Very funny.
strange. He's
Yeah, I know.
It's just crazy. Like, it's hard to even get like have like really strong opinions on people now after just knowing what the like we said the audience gave us some information about. So it's just kind of like I'm watching a show and more of just like I don't think I want these people to say no. Like I'm kind of glad these couples are breaking up because they should not be together.
Fabio makes an appearance at the mixer when we get into the big group mixer. So does Hannah. Hannah meets Tolga. Tolga's nervous. She calls out his ego. He jokes back, but like it seems like they're going to at least go on a date or two.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Well, maybe that'll be a reunion if there is one.
I'd like to see that.
Yeah,
We mentioned to Elias saying he's still only at the "I like you" phase. This dude should kick rocks.
yeah.
This is where we get to Hani saying Elias should focus on Alina. When he talks to Alina that night, he says that it was only a curiosity that he had, not feelings. I hate this guy.
Yeah. Bum.
Medina's mom. Thank God we had one parent with some common sense. We always get it one or two, and her face and her opinions were great. What are you rushing for? You should only do it once. Just deadpan, never smiled. Thank God.
You gotta appreciate the real parents out there looking after their
Um,
children.
we're getting to again to the fact that these relationships and multiple relationships are on the rocks. Usually the dress fitting is something skippable, but out of the dress fitting, we did have Jen first saying she did not have quote unquote the feeling at the dress fitting. That thing's done.
Oh yeah.
That they're done. They're done. He's sitting there and she's like, so tell me good times we're having. And he's like, oh, this is the worst. Like anyone's actually even a good marriage, those type of things. Well, name instances. It's like, oh, you're you know
Yeah.
what? Like this
Mhm.
is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And they're not even married. You don't need to be having those type of fights.
Yeah, right.
Like if you're not, unless you're actually married, you cannot be having those type of fights.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, to Jen not having the feeling. Also, the feeling actually came up twice, Brian, because towards the end of the episode, Hani also tells Daniel that she didn't have the feeling that she would or that she would say yes right now. But it's like a day or two before the wedding. So objectively, that's not going to happen either.
But they're still, yeah, they're like that's the tease. It's crazy that they actually did all this stuff still with those doubts in their mind.
I guess, the honestly, the other one too is like the couple being with Medina and Sally being back. Um, his explanation was fine. It's what we all said last week, that it was just like a nervous encounter. But like you kind of mentioned quickly pre-show that I actually had it noted as well, but what is true is that it does seem like they're looking for reasons to not do it.
Yeah. And and like that's what I'm saying, like that evidence, those facts that those people gave us, it made me watch it through a different lens. And like now I'm picking up stuff on the US I would never pick up.
So like, is anyone actually gonna make it?
I'm gonna say no.
I think I just need to say that Medina and Sally are gonna make it because if I'm gonna say this, right? This is crazy. I'm about to say this. Like I've always rooted everyone who's watched us, and this is your first time watching. I've always rooted for what I call a perfect season where no one makes it because it's just like a crazy concept, right? But I'm now rooting against it only, Brian, because if they had a perfect season and they didn't market this show and this season at all as being like a unbelievable dramatic Love is Blind season, I'm just gonna be really pissed at Netflix, man. Like that's crazy sauce.
Yeah, I agree with you that Medina and Sally are probably the ones that could do it. But again, like those last conversations at the end of the episode, like it really took me out. Like I'm like, they're not. And it's like if okay, I'm under the assumption they're all going to say no. What is the next episode going to be? Like that's it better be 30 minutes. Like it shouldn't be an hour of them saying
Well,
no.
no. Well, what are you talking about, Brian? Because they're gonna do them pulling up, them walking out, getting out of the car, them walking up into the place, their parents coming in, bunch of
Yeah.
shots of them getting dressed, a bunch of
Right.
talking about the journey, then
Right.
them showing the crowd, then them walking up, then they're doing the stupid speeches, and finally saying is love blind or not. I mean, each one. Look, I mean, that's how I watch most of those weddings by just skipping to them
Yeah.
on the altar because, like, what is the point? But
Mhm.
now. I don't know. Like, I don't even are even going to get to the damn weddings.
Yeah. But there are people in outfit like gowns, so they're going to do it. But it's just like,
Crazy sauce.
why put yourself through it? Especially Hani, like you just said that you 2 days ago you don't think you can say
Got to
yes.
be a contractual
Yeah, they're
obligation.
they're the ones actually following the rules.
They're following the rules. They're like, if I'm gonna dump you, I'm gonna dump you in front of a bunch of people that I made travel here.
Right.
Maybe like at least giving most of them a heads up that I'm gonna say no, just so you don't have to get like too upset with.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
I
Right.
hope some of them, like years from now, I can say like, yeah, I give my family a heads up that I was to say no, my friends. I needed them to act shocked, but
That would
like,
be nice. Inside the bit.
all right, well, I think that covers for this week, right, Bri? I
Yeah.
am looking forward, frankly, to seeing what the hell happens here in the finale because we may have a perfect season. Like I said, check out all of our playlists for not just Love is Blind Germany. We've covered things like Love is Blind Mexico, Love is Blind Habibi, Love is Blind UK, multiple seasons of Love is Blind USA. So if you are going back and this is your first season and you want to, you're over in Germany and you want to check out the USA seasons, I highly recommend watching the episodes and then doing our reviews as the episodes go through. And it kind of helps out. Gives you our live reaction and you get to see a time capsule because we look a lot younger and less haggard. They're gonna see me in this video and be like, "Who the? That's not Bill."
Yeah.
Bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, with a nice room and a nice bookcase.
My
I'm
children will do that to you.
in the basement now, like a troll.
Mm.
Uh, please check us out. Also, TikTok while it still exists. Instagram, Twitter, all three out, guys. But until next time, for myself and Brian, thank you so much for watching.